Good morning. I'm really liking this music, Curt.
Yeah, thanks to Ben Sound, by the way. They're the royalty-free music people that we use their music.
We
Ben
get free
Sound.
music.
Yeah.
Good morning to you. It's Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast. Thursday on this dreary Pacific Northwest day.
It's pretty typical for, not this time of year, though. You never know this time of year, because as they say officially, even though summer has begun, it doesn't officially begin until the day after 4th of July, July 5th.
That's right. That's right. It's National Sunglasses Day. You're not going to need them here in the Seattle area. It's rainy.
But you can't say you didn't know about the sunglasses. Real quick, just make sure if you like what you see that you follow or you like or you subscribe or whatever. Jen is imbibing in a non-alcoholic beverage. Do explain.
Wait, you make it sound like I normally would have an alcoholic beverage in my hand.
We call them like we
That is
season.
not true. Dina, your wife, your beautiful, smart, awesome wife, provided these smoothies to us, these super healthy smoothies to us.
I've got a little bit left. I'll drink.
I can tell there's lots of fiber in it. Mm-hmm. They're green.
I hope we make it through the show without having to, make a pit stop.
I do too.
A fiber pit stop. Go ahead.
Thanks to Dana. Oh, can I also mention this about Dina? I walk in this morning and these are sitting at your door.
Mm-hmm. Her new,
like they're just sitting.
Shoes.
Yeah, like she just used them or something.
Right.
Brooks running shoes from the outlet. Look at how pretty those are. I
if you
want a pair.
can't see because you're not watching this and listening.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's right.
Pink.
They have bright pink shoelaces. So right away I'm like, I'm in. But then they have like purple on them and like light blue, like aqua color.
And so what did you ask me?
Oh my gosh, Curt, can you go to the outlet for me and buy me an 8 and 8.5? And then I'll have you take back the one that doesn't fit me. But I'm leaving town this morning, so I'm not going to get there. And we all know if you go to the Brooks outlet, which is located in Bothell, Washington.
And this is not a commercial for them.
This is not. They're different color. Like if they have good colors and a style, they're going to go like that.
You got to get them fast.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe
you will?
Sure. What else have I got to do?
Okay, you're right. Thanks.
I don't know.
Thanks, Curt. Gross.
The presidential debate is on tonight. If you weren't aware or didn't care, I think that I'm kind of in both. I mean, I was aware.
I'm aware. We need to care.
Yeah.
Who is it? How many people are debating? Do you know? Is it just the two big candidates?
I'm not sure. I should know
Biden
that.
and Trump?
I think it's just them. Yeah, I believe so.
It's not like how.
Well, who else is there?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone else was invited. I was hoping we'd have another option. I'm not going to lie. I'm not loving what we get to choose from at all.
Well,
here we go. He's looking it up. Is it just...
All non-major party candidates, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., failed to qualify for the debate stage.
Why? How do you qualify for the debate stage? Ballot access and polling requirements set by CNN.
So... got the two. I'm sorry. I just assumed it was just those two. You thought, well, who else is there? So
I don't know. I was really hoping there'd be others. Excuse me, that would shine, right? That would be like, oh, thank goodness.
We have a non-crazy choice. Can I say that?
Yeah.
I just did.
We don't like to be too political, but man, okay.
Yeah, interesting. So anyway, if you want to watch that, it's on here on the West Coast at 6 o'clock on CNN and all the major networks. Now, let me hear about this bad week you're supposedly
I'm just having a week. So,
know.
Earlier I lost my Apple Watch. I posted signs in the neighborhood, nothing yet. So I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get it back. But what just ticks me off is someone took it out of my driveway. I don't walk around the neighborhood, so I didn't lose it down the neighborhood. Like it was detected in the neighborhood somewhere else,
well, also
not
you
at
did
my
that
house.
Find My Watch thing, and you did find where it
That's what I'm
supposedly
saying.
is.
Detected. Well, it could have. Well, there's a lot of scenarios, but the bottom line is it's not in my driveway. It's not at my house. Someone picked it up. I picked up my prescription for my estradiol, for my gel for my arm. Mm-hmm. It was $5 the last time I picked it up a month ago.
Okay.
And yesterday when I picked it up, $65 US.
Whoa.
Like I don't even understand it. So I've got to. I got to call the insurance company. Pat and I are not in sync. Like, I hate it that we aren't in sync, and it just feels gross. And
a lot of people I think can relate to that with your partner, your husband, wife, whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, that there are just times when, I don't know, you have a little spat and...
It's sucky.
Yeah.
I hope we can figure it out.
Well, that's all that's going on your bad week, right?
No. My ex-husband went off on me in a text about our daughter, Macy, and then I just found out that both our friend, we both know him, Charlie, is in hospice.
Yeah. Good guy. Really good guy. Really good guy, too.
That really affected me, by the way. Like, it is really affecting my head, heart, gut, my whole spirit.
What's one of
because he has brain cancer, and I thought, like, he had such a great attitude. We thought he beat it, and then we hear he's in hospice, and I'm like, oh, gosh.
Yeah.
He has 2 girls, a beautiful wife. I just can't even imagine knowing that I'm going to die soon. Like, I mean, we're all going to die, yes, but knowing you have a very limited time and coming to terms with that,
that's unfortunately, for as we age, that's going to be, part of the process more and more.
I know.
One time it's going to be me, probably.
The great thing is later in the show, actually in a little bit, we're going to tell you 3 ways that you can up your odds of living to 100. Let me just finish my week. Macy, my student driver, ironically or coincidentally, I don't know the right word, when we were going to go to her driver's ed class to do a scheduled drive, she backed into at her dad's house. I picked her up at her dad's house. She got in the car, backed into the babysitter's car, crunched the party pilot. I mean, she was so upset.
Can you see how crunched it is?
It's on the driver's side.
Well, she just backed into another, so it's not like
no one's hurt. No one's hurt.
That.
It's not totaled. Both cars are still drivable, but still. And of course, she was freaking out. She didn't want to get back in and drive. I'm like, you have to get back in and drive.
Isn't that
like you have to?
That's also. I mean, you knew at some point, and thankfully. It was just in a driveway, because as soon as they start driving, like, there's going to be an accident at some point, more than likely.
Yeah, her car was parked on the street, so she was backing out of the driveway, and I don't know, just didn't see the big car.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep.
So that sucks, right? Because, not having a job and a regular income right now, I'm like, oh, God,
just what you need.
That's kind of like going to be cha-ching, cha-ching.
But everyone will be surprised at what the good news is about your week.
I did find joy. I always
after
say find joy.
After all this stuff you just said.
You got to find the joy. I preach that, and I practice it too. I was shopping at Fred Meyer yesterday, and I have been looking for these, and I have not been able to find them. And literally in the middle of the cereal aisle, a whole separate display. Red, white, and blue Rice Krispies.
Yay! Is that because you want to make the red, white, and blue Rice Krispies bars? It's not about having it for breakfast or anything like that.
No, it's to make the Rice Krispie treats so you're festive for the holidays, and I'm super excited.
Well,
so there you go.
Over when you get those done and share.
I will.
With everybody.
Okay.
With everybody.
I will. Tell me more about what happened in your world.
I haven't had that kind of a week.
You know what? We all have them. I'm not trying to be like Debbie Downer complainer. I'm just saying, like, I just am having one of these weeks, and I'm having a little bit of a pity party.
It does happen every now
I'll get out of it, but thanks for making music with that.
That guy. I found out after it was like, I've got, we're sort of downsizing a bit. We combined, Dana and I, when we moved into this one house. You have to combine houses, right?
Yeah.
And this is years ago now.
Lots
this
of
has been going
stuffs.
but it's for a long time we've had to downsize and stuff. It's like, okay, well, I've got, I just got a little while ago, got a nice big tool chest in my garage, one of these, 2 sides and everything. So
a mega one, like a real manly tool chest.
Make it manly. So I'm getting rid of the old tool chest that I had before that everything was in. So everybody's like, don't use Craigslist. You got to do the Facebook Marketplace. That way, the people that are,
Yeah, I used to do Marketplace and OfferUp.
Okay, maybe I'll try OfferUp too, because Marketplace bombarded with stupid fake offers and stuff,
Like,
nothing.
what do you mean? Like, what does that even mean?
Okay, so this is and I was waiting for this to happen. I guess fortunately or unfortunately, it happened with the very first person. Like, I love it. I want it. I want both of your tool chests. Can I get a deal if I could both of them? And blah, blah. I was like, sure. I can meet you tonight. Okay, great. This is last night. Where do you live? It's like, okay, right out here. And, oh, by the way, okay, just so I know that you're real, I'm going to send you a 6-digit code, and you reply to that, and then I'll know that you're a legitimate sales
That's still a thing? Like, that's still going around?
To the point that I thought, this is just stupid. How do they actually think I'm going to fall for this? What ends up happening, apparently, with that little scam
what if you do the code?
Well, they you do the code, you send it from your phone, then they have your actual number. You're not communicating through whatever the platform is anymore. And then they can something to do with they'll use that number to I don't know,
do bad things.
Yeah. So you're not supposed to.
People, why don't you just be nice?
Right.
Why can't people just be nice?
I'm just trying to sell some stuff at a really good price, by the way.
Just be a good human being.
I woke up this morning, I signed off of Facebook because I thought these, it was nonstop with the,
Ding,
you've got a
ding,
message,
ding,
you've got a
ding,
message, you've got
yeah.
a message. And all of them are like, is it still available? Is it still available?
That's just the easy prompt if people are interested. I will say
That's
that.
true. But I'm not going to respond to everybody just to have them say,
I know.
Here's my 6-digit
I know, but you're going to
code.
need to respond to some people if you're going to sell it.
I will do that today. I'm going to set aside some time and start, because it was so many. It's like, well, I had no idea, which is a good thing. People are like, oh, you put it up there and it's sold right away. But no.
Side note, one other thing that happened that's bad this week, I went to actually sell something on OfferUp.
Yeah?
Went to put it in my car. It was this really cool ceiling fan that was like space themed. Broke. The glass part just broke. I don't even know. I was like, are you kidding me? This was going to be some income.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Now I got to figure out. Now I probably have to pay to trash it because it's big, right? Or I just get mad and take a bat and a saw to it.
Well, there's that too. And then you get out some
Put
of
it
your
in the garbage
frustrations
can.
as well. The sledgehammer.
Gosh,
smash it up.
darn this week.
Here's something completely off subject, but I think this is a good idea.
No, I like it. We're switching gears here.
Okay, yes. Glastonbury Music Festival in England. It's kind of like...
Have you heard of that before? I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's famous. Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of like Coachella, but it's for England.
Okay.
So they get all these great, artists that come in and do, for this one show. Apparently, it's going to be a little greener this year because at the Glastonbury Music Festival, they are collecting everyone's urine to use it as an eco-friendly fertilizer.
What? What?
I thought you wanted to talk about this. You didn't know the turn. Okay.
I thought you were just talking about like the great acts that are going to be there.
No,
I did not know
They partnered with a company that will turn all that urine into eco-friendly fertilizer. But the idea, hopefully you're supposed to come with your urine in advance because if you're like going in, here's my ticket, they're like, okay, where's your urine?
It's like a food drive. If you bring food, you can get a little discount.
Go over there and pee in this. We're going to use it for fertilizer.
I'm guessing they're just collecting it in the honey buckets.
Oh God.
How do you do that though? Like if you have to go number 2, then you go to a separate place, or are they collecting people's pooey too for the fertilizer?
Well, that would be a better fertilizer, wouldn't it?
I feel like it.
No, that's too stinky. That's too bad. All right.
3 ways to up your odds of living to 100.
100 years old.
And these are not new things. So I'm just going to tell you that off the top. But I will give you a little tease. You don't have to give up drinking.
There you go.
Okay,
yeah,
so here's
if you want to, first of all, do you want to live to be 100?
I do. If I'm in the right mind and physical state, I do.
You want to just keep on going and going
I
and going?
want to keep on going.
All right. So you want to live to be 100. And again,
These 3 things.
We're going to go through these quickly because it's the same old stuff.
Well, you keep talking.
You go.
Don't smoke.
I keep talking. You just talked for 30 minutes.
Don't smoke. Exercise. So here's the thing about the exercise part that was, I don't know, it gave me some hope.
What?
Even if you've never worked out, doing it now can help. Like, it's not too late. People who get regular exercise are 31% more likely to hit 100.
All
so
right.
we need to start moving our bodies, Curt Cruz.
Well, and that's the thing. We all know that, but doing it, making it happen is where the challenge is.
Now, this part, the eat a diverse diet, like healthy. So
Diverse.
our friend Lori, who's the health coach, she's told me this. She's like, you need to eat with the season. And that means that would mean that your food is going to be diverse, your fruits and veggies. Because if you're eating with the season, you need to expand what you're going to, what you're putting in your body.
Hitting 5 different fast food places a week is not recommended. That's actually, so the diverse selection of healthy foods can, again, up your odds of hitting 100 years old by 25%.
23. I mean, almost 25. I just want to be accurate.
By nearly 25%. How's that? But
here's what I like, this bold print at the bottom.
Oh, yes.
Say it. Let's hear it.
The study also found 2 surprising things. These may not make a big difference, though, in living to be 100. Body mass index and drinking, it seems, were not significant factors. But I think, again, know your limits within reason.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
They're not saying, no. Maybe a cocktail here or there, but that's about it. Just in moderation.
Which
Everything
is nice
in moderation.
Everything in moderation, exactly. If you want to be 100, or when you're on your way to 100, be healthier,
Right.
Even if you don't make it, you want to be healthy the whole time. A good idea.
All right.
Yesterday.
My crunched car is called the Party Pilot. We talked about car names.
It's a Honda Pilot.
Yours
Well, the
is
truck
called
is
what?
Howard the Truck.
That's right. And the old lady car.
The old lady is the other one because of its color. That's about it.
Okay.
That's a CRV and a light blue.
So we asked people their car names, and Melissa said, mine's Stella, just because I liked the name.
Right. Because one of the reasons, too, because you have a reason. Well, the Party Pilot, it's obvious.
Right. I really want to know why Jody, because I like these names, but I want to know why she named them these. Jody named hers the jukebox, and then her other car, the belly button.
Or perhaps the same car as the jukebox and the belly button.
Oh.
No, I think it's probably two different
cars.
Candy said my Maxima was named Max.
That makes sense. Okay.
Easy to remember, too. And then Amanda, this is a good one.
Okay.
I'm going to try to say it correctly. She calls the car Ravi Magniato. It's a magnetic gray colored RAV4. The Ravi Magniato.
That seems so fancy and bougie, doesn't it?
Somebody's going to say, well, that's just magnetic gray RAV4 in, Italian or whatever.
Well,
either way.
I like it.
Ravi
I like it.
Magniato.
Thanks for sharing, guys.
Yeah, and feel free to.
Still on Facebook.
It's still on Facebook. The name of your car, and why you named it that.
Okay.
And somebody's going to go POS. It's like, we don't want to know that one. A lot of people probably say that about their old cars.
Curt, you found this, and I liked it. I wanted to put it on our show today because I think there's so much traveling going on. It'd be nice to know if maybe you're going to be seeing one of the best tour attractions in the whole wide world.
Well, TripAdvisor, this comes from, so it's a legitimate place. It wasn't just some person saying, here's what I think.
Yeah.
TripAdvisor released its list of the best tourist attractions in the world for this year, and this is based on reviews. So it's based on people who recently went to these locations and what they thought of it, all right?
We were both surprised about number one, which happens to be in the United States.
Let's go through some of the other ones first.
Okay.
And this is in the world, okay? These are the top tourist attractions in the world. Among them, the Anne Frank House in Amsterdam. Also the Colosseum in Rome. The Louvre in Paris.
In Paris.
The Eiffel Tower. There's a few others on here. This one you said you wanted to go see for sure. What was it?
No, it was the Sagrada Familia. It's the church in Spain. It says it's always under construction. It's beautiful. I've seen the pictures. I want to go to Barcelona so badly.
And that was also on the list. The Sagrada Familia, right?
Yeah, that was on the list.
Cathedral in Milan.
The Crystal Caves in Cayman Islands.
Those would be pretty cool.
Did you ever say the Colosseum in Rome? I think you did. Gardens by the Bay in Singapore.
Right. And that's what they're saying. Again, this is from TripAdvisor. Best tourist attractions in the world. The number one, remember what we just said.
Get ready for it. All those beautiful, amazing things and places.
The number one tourist attraction in the whole world, and we do happen to have it here in the United States, it is the Empire State Building.
Have you been to the Empire State Building? Kurt, don't do that.
I'm sorry.
It was put there for a reason as number one.
I'm sorry.
Have you been there?
No, but.
I have.
Okay. How can that... I just don't get it. I mean, I understand that
I don't
the
get
view
it
is amazing from the top, and people want to go up there because of what was the movie? I mean, it wasn't from Sleepless in Seattle, or
yeah, what was the movie where it was like you have to meet me at the top of the Eiffel Tower at the
Empire State Building? Yeah,
I mean, yes.
Regardless, we don't know the movie. It's now we're gonna find out now. I know. And thank you so much for.
What was it? Right, because they set the date like. If neither of us are with somebody else on this date,
we'll
be there at this date and time. God, it was great. It's like a beautiful, romantic, whatever.
Once. All right. Regardless,
okay.
The Empire State Building apparently is the best tourist attraction in the world. I'm sorry that I played the sad trombone. I find that hard to believe. Some of these things have been around for centuries and centuries and centuries. And, the Colosseum in Rome, people are like, it's just an old dusty building.
Well, so that was the list for the world. They also ranked the top best attractions in the U.S. That also included Alcatraz in San Fran,
yeah, that's true.
Graceland in Memphis, New York's Brooklyn Bridge. That's surprising a little bit, I think.
Yeah, so those the other ones from the U.S. were on there along with those and a few others. I like the fact that they ranked the top amusement parks in the world. Top amusement parks in the world went the number one went to Disneyland Paris.
Disneyland in Paris, not here.
No, well. The number one in the U.S. Number one amusement park in the U.S.
Not Disney at all.
Dollywood?
My girls have been to Dollywood. They liked it a lot.
Shouldn't I do that again?
Disney World is in second.
I'll do this one instead.
Disney World in Florida
Is in
was
second place.
Yeah.
Dollywood is the number one.
It's an amusement park.
Well, I believe that. I know that. But all right. Okay.
I wonder why. I wonder what that was based on. That actually
wasn't it still?
That
Is it still based on
me.
TripAdvisor's?
Reviews.
Based on reviews.
Okay. Well, all right.
Hey, the facts are right there. The facts don't lie.
I feel like I might be a Gen Zer. Actually, no. For work, I'm on time for work. Typically.
This is a change of subject, by the way.
Yeah, music.
Why? Well, we found this out about Gen Zers, and now Jen thinks, in addition to being called Jen, she is maybe a Gen Zer because this is 16 to 26-year-olds believe being between 5 and 10 minutes late to wherever you're going to is essentially the same as being on time.
It's on time.
Right. Apparently, the importance of punctuality increases as we all get older, and because you become sick of people thinking their time is more important than yours. What?
I'm a Gen Xer for sure.
I don't think that my time is more important than someone else's.
I don't either. And it really stresses me out. Actually gives me great anxiety, although I still run late because I think I can do too much.
And too much before you leave. And then, it's only going to take 15 minutes to get there. It's like, it never takes 15 minutes to get there. It's a half hour or whatever. So about 4 in 10 millennials say they're forgiving of colleagues running 10 minutes late, but only a quarter of Gen Xers are okay with it.
We're not okay with being late,
and
even
a
though we
whopping
are sometimes.
70% of boomers say that they have zero tolerance for any lateness. Now, that would be our parents, baby boomers. And my dad, super fun guy, very funny, very laid back, but he was an MP when he was in the Army.
Military police?
Yeah. And he is one of those people that says, on time is late. 15 minutes early is on time. Being on time is actually late. So.
That's how Pat is. Pat is very, very, very punctual. Like he is like a get there early kind of guy. If we're on time, we're late if we're on time.
Right. And you and we're not going to change.
I want to. I want so badly to. Why can't I?
Maybe it's an ADD thing where we're trying to get so much done ahead of time. It's like, and this is maybe not an unusual thing about me. Maybe a lot of people feel this way, but for some reason, and it's a little different now because we have phones. You can get things done. You can play games or whatever. But I just had this in my head, like, well, if I get there early, what am I going to do for 10 minutes?
I know.
I think that's, which is silly. I understand that, but that's kind of, I think, what's going on in my head, which keeps us being 5 to 10 minutes late.
Tell me about the game show I really wanted to be on as a little kid. I still would want to be on it.
The game show that you really want to be on as a kid and still want to be on is The Price is Right.
Yes.
And my wife Dana feels the same way. In fact, one time we tried, sort of tried. We put our name in. We never heard back from him. But apparently, we knew somebody that was on The Price is Right. Who was that?
We do?
No.
They were the voice.
Who was that?
Art Sanders.
That's right. He filled in for when it was still Johnny back in the day, right? And Art Sanders from the radio station.
I love him.
Filled in for the announcer on The Price is Right. So this is from Drew Carey. He just did this interview with TV Insider. And Drew Carey, the host of Price is Right, he said that some contestants...
Some or most? Just some?
Some contestants are either high or drinking before they get the call to come on down.
I feel like... What?
I'll read the rest of the quote.
Okay.
From Drew Carey. This happens all the time. They'll have a gummy or I'll smell alcohol in their breath. It's not unusual. There was a guy that was tripping on mushrooms.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wonder if it makes them better contestants or not.
I don't know. I would.
It seems like they'd be a little too mellow and not like as excited as they should be.
Well, it depends on what they've taken, right?
I want to be in my right
mind.
I mean, I don't know. I would want to be in my right mind when I got called to come on down.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I don't know what are uppers and downers, Curt. Sorry. I don't even know what to take.
I don't either. But the thing is, I don't drink alcohol during the day ever anyway. So
you can't say ever.
Before 5 o'clock? Ever.
Really?
I mean, I suppose I've gone to a lunch before, maybe had
wine tasting during the day.
I'm sorry, I'm not a huge drinker anymore.
Okay.
Anymore.
Right.
Because everybody yelled at me for drinking too much.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
I just, you get to a point where, remember how we all were in college?
No, because I hardly drank. I drink more now than I
Okay.
did. I mean, I never drank in high school. I was not one of those people.
Well, I got my drinking out of the way early in life. and
Okay,
then-
well, I'm making up for lost time. Apparently,
Oh, no, you're
I
not
don't
an
drink a
alcoholic.
lot.
No,
I don't
you
drink a lot at all.
You just are
I
a very
mean,
social person, and so there's a lot of times you go to things and there's alcohol there.
and I might indulge in one and two if I'm feeling crazy.
Crazy.
I will though. Shots. I do love shots. Mini beer shots. Yummy.
You want to talk about Bert's Tavern?
No, I do not. Thank you, though, Curt. All right, this is a legitimate question. I'm asking it for tomorrow, and I will post it. This is let me just give you a backstory. I love giving the backstory sometimes.
All right, backstory.
Curt and I are not good at social media. We are not. And Riley, my daughter, my oldest daughter, would keep us in line when we worked at the radio station. She works at the radio station still, and now she's too busy for us because
That's
she
true.
has a job.
And it's a busy job.
And
Yeah.
she's in college full time. So we have to figure out the social media ourselves. So I need to go watch a video on how to post a poll on Instagram that will also go to Facebook.
Right.
And this is what the poll is going to be.
The poll is going to be is dumping out your coffee in a parking lot considered littering?
Or any beverage for that matter.
Yeah, that's
is
true.
dumping out any beverage in a parking lot or outside, is that considered littering?
And right now people are either shaking their head yes or no. I actually had to ask.
Do you think it is?
Well, let's save it for tomorrow. My point. I actually did ask somebody once, how about a banana peel out the window?
No, that's like
It's biodegradable, and some bird's going to come along and take it away and use it.
that's littering.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see. I do dump, like sometimes I'll dump the little tiny bit left in my coffee cup so it doesn't spill in my car.
Right.
I'll dump that out.
Okay.
So
there's the
am
question.
I littering?
Is dumping out your coffee in a parking lot considered littering?
Because I don't like litter bugs. There was someone that littered in front of me the other day, and I desperately wanted to say something, but everybody's little voice in my head, because you guys told me I couldn't do anything with the drug garbage can at the pickleball court. I wanted to go up and say something to these people, but I'm like, I guess I don't want to get killed. So just in case.
That's because she was suspicious that people were like leaving drugs in the garbage can.
That's the garbage can reference.
For other people to come along.
And then I just thought
later
of like
pick
if
it
I
up.
went up to this random person and said, "What are you doing? Don't litter."
You know what Dana's big thing is people that don't pick up their dogs'
Poop?
poo after.
Oh.
The other day.
Me
I'm
too.
Proud of my wife for this one. This is just back in the field area behind our house. She was coming back from a walk. With Bella, the beagle, and there was a person, maybe 50 yards, whatever, in front of her who their dog just took a dump and they walked on. She's like, "So you're going to pick that up?"
I would say something. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you noticed that your dog just pooped.
exactly.
So,
right there where we're
I
going to
have
walk.
a bag if you don't have one. Here's an extra bag.
So, happy.
Okay. You know
Jeez.
what? We want you to have the best day ever.
Right.
Tomorrow I will be a remote. Do you know this? I'll be remote.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll be in Moses Lake. Hopefully it works. We're going to
will
be
work.
riding in the dunes.
We're not terrible at social media. We're just not great at it.
We could be smarter.
Yeah, we could be smarter
All right.
about it.
Have an awesome day. Make good choices. Find that joy. It is around you, and spread kindness.